Hi, welcome to your CMU Sports Game Report. I'm Tyler Wayne. Standing here alongside me is men's basketball head coach Jeff Sherman. I'm here alongside him following their win against the Baker Wildcats by a final score of 64-50. Coach, you guys played the Wildcats earlier this year. You guys lost 65-55, but today you were able to hold them to only 50 points. What were you guys able to do that made you successful on the defensive end?
Well, it's probably a number of things. One, I'm very displeased with our overall effort. I mean, it was we played Baker at their place, and in my opinion, I thought they dominated us pretty much for 35 minutes. I mean, there was a 5-minute stretch in there I thought that we kind of shined a little bit, but to turn around like that and to play, and you know, I could even take a step back. The game probably had a little bit more significance for us than they did. You know, I don't know if they can move up or down in the playoffs. For us, we needed to get a win to secure a home court in the playoffs. And our guys have been talking about that all week. And, you know, to hold a team to 50 is impressive. We found out earlier this year that sometimes you have to hold a team to fewer points. But I'm very pleased with the way our defensive scheme's coming together. We had some key elements. We out-rebounded them, which they're a very physical team. So it was a total team effort here tonight, and it was a very impressive performance, given all the circumstances and how the weeks come about with all the snow, the makeup dates, and the whole thing. So I'm very proud of our players tonight.
Offensively, several guys contributed, played big parts at times. You had several guys kind of go on different runs. But you guys had 18 assists in the game tonight. Talk about just how much that maybe made things easier and why guys maybe were able to find each other.
Well, we're a very unselfish team, first of all. The first half. Big things happened that we weren't planning on. Eric Franklin and Elliott Black both get 2 fouls very early. And, you know, our philosophy is that we don't want to go into the second half in foul trouble. So the decision is, do they continue to play or do our reserves step up? And boy, did our bench really step up and give us those big minutes. First half, Melvin Tillman, you know, who draws all the top defenders in the league. I don't even know if he even took a shot the first half, but he had six assists. And that's what he brings, is that he can still draw the attention to set up for somebody else. And then, of course, the only player that we had the first half that was getting any scoring done was Alex Barner. And he comes in with, what, 15 points or something right there at the halftime. And so we had a lot of things that had to take place there for us to get that double-digit lead at halftime without 2 of our big starters that would give us at least 30-plus minutes a game. And I was very pleased how our bench stepped up. And, you know, again, that second half, I don't think it ever dipped below 10 points. Yep. And I think that's impressive. And I think it's big at this time of year for teams to be able to win both halves.
Yeah, talked about the first half. Alex Barner got hot, one of the senior guys, too, on this team. What did you think just about his performance today on Senior Day?
Well, I'm glad that he was able to go out in this style. The thing about it is to be able to hit those shots at the times that he hit them. If he doesn't get those 15 points, we're only scoring like, what, 15 or 17 as a team that first half. And you can just imagine what that second half's going to be like. So, but the thing is, he set himself up for threes. He let the game come to him. Didn't force anything. And the thing about it is, that's the way what makes our team so strong, is that when a team stops and takes away one element, somebody else can step up and come away. And you mentioned the part about the assists. Well, I think that's one of our strong points, is that we have players that can create opportunities, and the rest of the team kind of jumps in and rallies around that. And so when we get in a groove and we distribute the ball as well as we do, we're a fun team.
Today was Senior Day. Multiple seniors honored before the game. What will you take away from this class as they prepare to end their season and their time here at CMU? You
know, I even told the players, you know, Senior Day for me is always kind of a mixed feeling. I'm always excited for them. And I know they're also excited, but at the same time, there's a lot of sadness that comes in it. You know, even from a day that they had as much success as today, because it's a dawn of a career starting to come to an end. And so what I try to do from, you know, my end, and sometimes I don't get listened to all the time, is you treasure the opportunity. I mean, this is your one game that we actually honor the seniors. A nice ceremony with all the families there. Rob Mason, Eric Franklin, Elliott Black, Alex Barner and Derek Kitch. It's a nice way for them all to go out. But then you go back to the locker room and you talk about how many more games you want to play. We got one more game that's guaranteed to us, and then after that, you can keep playing till you lose. And, we're 3 games away from a national tournament once you get this last game done. So can we keep this going? I think we won 6 of our last 7.
4 in a row.
Something like that. And so we're a hot team right now, and we're getting ready to go to one of the other hot teams in the not only our conference but the nation at Culver Stockton. And so that can be a game that we can build a little momentum going into the playoffs.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you guys have won 4 straight in a row, and now you guys will travel to Culver Stockton on Monday. We're not sure yet if you guys will be able to move up in the rankings with that game, but what do you guys want, or what do you want your guys to focus on and for this last game of the season?
Well, by the sounds of it, they're probably going to end up beating Mid-America today, so they're going to end up securing 3rd place. But the thing about it is we've already beaten them once. So I think it says a lot. We'd be the only team outside of Evangel in the conference that can sweep them. Of course, Evangel, leading the conference right now and in the top 10 in the nation, I think that says a little bit. But to beat them at their place is going to be quite the challenge. And, if anything else, there's no pressure on the game. But at the same time, we want to finish up strong. We still want to have our goals at maybe winning 20 games. And so if we can get the game here Monday and then win the first round playoffs, that's another goal that we've met, and we're still going. So there's a lot of things that we have to shoot for. And again, we have the seniors are still wanting to keep playing. And, boy, you can't beat that.
It appears you might have secured a first-round home game, too, as well, depending on some things, and you guys go Monday, maybe consider that. How big is that for you guys to open the tournament here at home?
Well, it's going to be big. I think probably more so this year, from what we understand, is that they're going to have both men's and women's games on the same night. Now, there's a few schools that are going to be able to host both men and women's, and we could be one of them. And that just basically means you might have a little bit better crowd, because you're not having to split up the students, one going one place and one, staying here. So that's big. There's no question about it. But, hey, you either want to travel 3 hours in a bus, 3 hours back, or do you get to stay home and prepare? And, hey, I don't think there's anybody that really would rather go on the road. Our guys play well on the road, too. And so if we're going to get to the national tournament, which really that's a long shot, we're going to have to win on the road. So, but if we can get more momentum by playing a home game, so be it. And it says something. That's a status. If you finish top 4 in the conference, that's a status. And I would like not to have a tie. Well, if we can win it outright, I think that even says more. That's what that Culver game does.
Well, Coach, I'd like to congratulate you and the entire senior crew today for their win against the Baker Wildcats by a final score of 64-50. The CMU basketball team travels to Culver on Monday, and you can follow that at cmueagles.com. You can also follow their entire postseason run on cmueagles.com, where we'll have all your live stats and updates. Also follow us on Twitter at CMU Eagles. I'm Tyler Wynn.